Yo, what up? It's your boy Rob, coming back at you once again with another video. So before we get started, you already know what to do. Damn, I just hit the mic, but don't do that shit. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? The thumbs up and the bell. So let's actually get into this video. Man, look, just first and foremost, let's just take a moment of silence for this dumb fuck, all right? All right, so there goes the moment of silence for this idiot. This motherfucker's from Pensacola, Florida. Look at this big red scar on him and look at his lips. What in the hell would you be in a situation this damn dirty, this damn scabbed up, this damn scarred up? And now, people get triggered when motherfuckers call black men dusty, but what do you call this dude? What do you call this? He has the dust on his lips. Doing stupid ass shit. And speaking of dust, this motherfucker was smoking dust. And this dipshit is lucky that he is still alive. All right, so let's actually get into this article, shall we? Pensacola man found guilty of assaulting a deputy during a meth arrest. Man, when did black people start smoking meth? Yeah, damn. This nigga looks like he smoked some damn meth. He's upset. This nigga really looks like he's stressed out. It looks like they took the mug shot with this moron on the toilet trying to push out a turd. I don't know what them motherfuckers knocked him upside the head with, but it looked like they had on either a ring or some brass knuckles. Damn. What's this nigga doing? Smoking meth. Escambia County, Florida. Pensacola man was found guilty on Wednesday of assaulting an Escambia County deputy during a drug arrest in October 2019. Now this idiot right here, look at how stupid this moron is. Look at how dumb this fool looks. It's been black men who have not done anything and have lost their life to the police. Yo dumbass actually assaulted these motherfuckers and they let you live. I don't know whose fault that is, yours or theirs. Because at the point when you start smoking meth, I don't know if there's any hope left for you. So I don't know if there's any hope left for you. What was you doing smoking meth? You had to stay up all night, nigga? Was you working a 24-hour shift? What were you doing? Oh, this nigga look like he looking at his life flash before his eyes. Like, why I do this shit? Unbelievable. Yo, crooked nose ass nigga. Damn, this nigga got one mismatched nostril having ass nigga. Like, damn, man. What is up, man? Niggas out here losing. Niggas are out here losing their minds. And it's because they're smoking methamphetamine. All right. So this motherfucker was found guilty of a whole bunch of shit. Aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, 2 counts of it. It looked like as high as this nigga can count is to 2. I'm gonna assault this officer 1 time, assault this officer 2 times. I would assault this officer again, but I lost count. Idiot. Battery on a law enforcement officer, I think it's gonna be a D size or a 9 vote. Resisting arrest with violence, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. They whooped your ass, nigga. They whooped your ass so bad you got a big ass red crater on your head. Your lips is dusty as hell. Look like they dragged you to the police car face first on the street. And your nose is pointing the opposite direction like, no nigga, this way. The fuck? On October 5th, 2019, Escambia County Deputy Aaron Myers was dispatched to a Tom Thumb Highway 98 for a possible burglary in progress. What the fuck was this nigga stealing on the highway? How do you do that? I mean, you just doing dumbass crimes. Smoking meth and trying to steal some shit on the freeway. What the fuck was your dumbass trying to steal on the freeway? A moving car? It looked like you tried to stop it with your head. Like it hit you right in your look like it hit you right in the forehead, like you took a bumper to the forehead. You still thinking about that shit. Damn, that motherfucking shit hit me hard. Dummy. Authorities say Deputy Myers arrived and approached a car, seeing Hall in the passenger seat inhaling from a glass smoking pipe. So this nigga was sucking the glass dick. Deputy Myers informed Hall that he was being arrested for a narcotics violation and that he needed to exit the car. Hall refused. He started punching and kicking Deputy Myers. Man, you lucky this motherfucker didn't just cock back and shoot your ass, because that is what they're doing to niggas at traffic stops who don't even do anything. And then your dumb ass want to turn around and assault the police officer after he saw you sucking a glass dick until meth squirted out. Another deputy assisted in the struggle, but Hall continued to fight with the deputies and pulled out a box cutter. Oh, and he cut the officer. He cut Deputy Myers, and they didn't kill his ass. Wow. Wow. Deputies then tasered Hall and were able to arrest him. The glass pipe contained methamphetamine. Hall's sentencing is set for May 20th. He faces a maximum sentence of life in prison. Wow. Oh, look at this. Look at this right here. A female dust bucket. What is this idiot doing? Cult leader Anna Young of House of Horrors to spend the rest of life in prison? I hope they get her a comb while she in there. Cult leader Anna Young of House of Horrors to spend the rest of life in prison. What kind of cult are you leading? What kind of cult are you leading? What the fuck do this video say right here? Look at this. It's loading an ad right now. This is dumb. That lady right there needs some of that lotion that they got in this commercial on her skin. Gold Bond. She gonna be having to make Bond. Shit.
Cult leader will likely spend the rest of her life behind bars. Prosecutors say Anna Young ran the House of Prayer cult back in the 1980s. They previously charged her with murder, and today, CBS 4's Landon Herod tells us Young changed her plea.
She changed
For nearly 30 years, Anna Young avoided any charges resulting from her time as a cult leader. In 2017, she...
What kind of cult leader was she the cult leader of? Or what kind of cult was she the cult leader of? The House of Horrors? What is the House of Horrors? If anybody knows what the House of Horrors is, please do your boy a favor, drop it in the comments, or hit your boy up on the About page on the other social media. But what is the House of Horrors? And have any of you heard of this woman? Who is this?
She was arrested and charged for the murder of a baby boy in the...
Oh, she killed a baby? You killed a baby? Oh, you's a piece of shit.
Early 80s. She today pleaded no contest to that murder, along with a second manslaughter charge.
You can forget or try to forget many mistakes in life, but an innocent human...
That microphone in that courtroom sound like a lot of these motherfuckers on YouTube with their sorry ass sound quality.
Life should never be forgotten.
Young was accused of killing toddler Emont Harper, also known
wow,
as Moses.
You killed a toddler? You killed a toddler? You are one of the drudges of society. If you kill a child, you're a piece of shit. What kind of cult did you lead?
And starvation. A second charge of manslaughter for the death of 3-year-old Katanya Jackson.
Oh, you just killing all kinds of kids. You killed a toddler and a 3-year-old? Look at it, living in a damn brick witch house from the damn grim fairy tales. Crazy. These people, man, the world is going insane.
Jackson was filed Monday.
Katanya was an exceptional little girl. She was beautiful.
Anna Young was charged with withholding medication from Jackson in 1983, which caused her to die.
And you killed a little girl. Why would you? I mean, I'm confused about this nigga's testimony here, or whatever this is. The whole truth. You had to write that on a note card or some shit? Like the...
New charges stemmed from Jackson's brother's account of what happened.
My sister was killed 38 years ago.
Damn, 38 years ago, and she just now getting her justice. Wow.
And during those 38 years, I often wondered if this day would ever come. But thank God it did. Due to the hard work of the detectives, Joy Fluker.
I'm not trying to be funny, but bro, they wasn't working that hard if it took them 38 years to solve a damn case. You know what I'm saying? They should have been on that shit.
Speaking up, and here we are.
Anna Young's own daughter remembers as well.
But I'm never going to deny
the truth anymore. I'm never going to hide that Moses existed, that Moses suffered, that Katania existed, that she suffered.
John Neal, who still bears the mental and physical scars of his time in the House of Prayer, says he does believe justice was served today.
I feel like we got justice 100% because I often wondered if I would ever get justice or anything, any accountability. You know, I know God holds everybody accountable. I know that was coming, but to see it and be able to live it, it's just wonderful. It's a blessing.
Anna Young was sentenced to 30 years in prison for the murder of Iman Harper to run concurrent with a 15-year sentence for the manslaughter of Katania Jackson. She will turn 80 this year.
Wow. Wow. A woman did this. Woo-wee. Wow. Cult leader Anna Young of House of Horrors to spend rest of life in prison. Goodbye. Gainesville, Florida. Anna Young, the leader of the House of Prayer cult located in Macanopy in the early 1980s, will spend what is likely to be the rest of her days behind bars. CBS 4's Landon Horror reported for almost 30 years, Anna Young avoided any charges from her days as a cult leader. You crazy. You led a cult. She was arrested in 2017 for the alleged murder of a baby boy. Wednesday morning, she pleaded no contest to that murder as well as another manslaughter charge. And this is some tweet. This is Landon S. Horror. I think this is that dude that was in the interview. Former House of Prayer cult leader Anna Young will spend the rest of her life in prison after pleading no contest today in court on charges of first-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. They have a full story coming tonight at 6 p.m. EST. You can forget or you can try to forget many mistakes in life, said Joy Faulkner, Anna Young's daughter, but an innocent human life should never be forgotten. I totally agree. Young was accused of killing toddler Iman Harper, also known as Moses, though through torture and starvation. Unbelievable. You tortured and starved a toddler. You trash. A second charge of manslaughter for the death of 3-year-old Katania Jackson was filed Monday. Trash. And then you turned around and killed a 3-year-old. You are trash. You are the lowest of the low human being. For real. Katania was an exceptional little girl. She was beautiful, said her brother, now 40 years old. Look at this. Look at this. They said one more child died in this House of Horror. What was the damn House of Horrors? Anna Young was charged with withholding medication from Jackson in 1983, which caused her to die. These new charges stemmed from Jackson's brother's account of what happened. My sister was killed 38 years ago, said John Neal. During those 38 years, I wondered if this day would ever come. Thank God it did, thanks to all the hard work of the detectives, Joy Faulkner, and here we are. Anna Young's own daughter remembers as well. I'll never deny the truth anymore. Never going to hide that Moses existed, that Katania existed and suffered. John Neal, who still bears the mental and physical scars of his time in the House of Prayer, says he does believe that justice was served today. I feel like we got justice 100%. I often wondered if I would ever get justice or any accountability. I know God holds people accountable. I knew that was coming, but to be able to see it and live it is just wonderful. It's a blessing. Anna Young was sentenced to 30 years in prison for the murder of Iman Harper to run concurrently with a 15-year sentence for manslaughter of Katania Jackson. She will turn 80 this year. So check this out. This is inside of the House of Horrors. This is insane. What in the hell kind of shit is this? She looked like one of these motherfuckers on YouTube that got an issue with Kevin Samuels. That's what the fuck she looks like. That's exactly what the fuck she looks like. Yes, please play some calming music, because that woman, she needs to calm down.
Tonight, we are learning more about the religious boarding school in Micanopy that investigators call the House of Horrors. 3 decades after the death of a child there, a 75-year-old woman is now facing first-degree murder charges. It's our top story tonight, and CBS 4's Jocelyn Howard brings it to us.
on the outskirts of Micanopy runs this.
Oh, she lived in the damn jungle. Look at that shit. She lived. Look at what is this? Like the Everglades or some shit?
Dirt road leading to what investigators are now calling the House of Horrors.
Oh, they still actually do shit like this. I bet you a movie is coming.
30 years ago, it was known to be the House of Prayer for all people, a religious boarding school that now authorities say was home to child abuse, neglect, and murder, all led by the former cult leader, Mother Anna.
Oh, and her name was Mother Anna. Oh, you trifling. Them crazy women always call themselves mother. Oh, I'm the mother. No, you's a crazy motherfucker is what the hell you is.
Across the street, Billy Mountain would wave hello to his neighbors at the House of Prayer, but he was always skeptical of what went on behind those closed gates.
They kept those kids so well guarded, you very rarely saw them.
Except when they would go into the front yard period.
All I know is this strange Negro woman will come outside the house and there'll be a whole line of kids behind her. Whole line of kids.
To pray.
And they would get in the front yard with the gates open so we could see, and they would all get on their knees and they would lean over.
Man, that is some creepy ass shit.
Like in a Muslim prayer. And they would say, Jesus, 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 Jesus.
Well, if they were saying Jesus, 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 it wasn't a Muslim prayer. And, you know, usually Muslims pray directionally. They turn towards the east. So I don't know how your compass is.
And that was the only prayer they knew.
And at that moment, Billy knew something just wasn't right.
The motherfucker talking about that was a prayer. That was a call for help. They was calling for Jesus to get them the hell out of that house.
Although they carried Bibles around, I said, they're not practicing what they are preaching. You know, something's amiss here. Something's wrong. Something's really wrong.
From next door, Billy would see new members trickle in. How did the kids get there? Well, Billy said that was a mystery, but new adult members seemed to consistently have the same story.
I talked to a couple of guys that were in prison, and they said...
That's like some Get Out shit, but with a black woman.
That this House of Prayer helped them get out of prison. They actually went in and lobbied for them and said they will give them a job, they'll be responsible for them.
But once they were in, could they get out?
I talked to one guy, he said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
Them motherfuckers was on a cult Waco, Texas ass compound. You see that barbed wire?
I gotta get out of here. He looked like he was terrified. He said,
look at that shit. That is some Walking Dead shit. That shit looked like Negan finna come out. The fuck?
I have got to get out of here. And he said, but I can't, because he said, if I leave, I'll go back to jail.
But what exactly was so horrifying?
We were down there several times as an agency to investigate different child abuse cases.
But Billy says anytime authorities showed up, women and children would suddenly disappear.
They'd all drive away. 3 or 4 days before the police would get there.
And when the police arrived...
What? How is this not a national case? Has anyone heard of this shit?
Billy said the men would guard the gate, lock it up, and demand a search warrant.
Oh, this actually was some Walking Dead ass shit. This was some actual shit from The Walking Dead. These motherfuckers had a whole ass gate in front of the compound with motherfucking guards in front of it. Are you for real? What?
I knew a couple of the cops, and they said, one of the cleanest places we've ever searched. Nothing. We couldn't find anything.
Man, if some shit is extra clean like that, then there's some shit going down. Because them motherfuckers is keeping it clean because they know that the law enforcement finna come. If some shit is eerily clean, the eerily cleanliness of it is the evidence.
Just about a year ago, Billy said that he saw a man wandering this property. The man said this is where his sister was killed and where they suffered torturous abuse.
He said, now I'm grown up and I'm back, and he pulled his shirt off and it was just shredded, you know, and he said, this is what they did to me.
Wow. Wow.
And he said it was mostly Anna.
And Anna Young was arrested.
Oh, she looks crazy. Okay, children, come in the kitchen and get your food. Making motherfucking kids drink hot boiling water and shit. She looks like a torturous, crazy grandmother. She looks like the type of grandmother that'd give you a whooping for coming home late to school with a damn 2x4, smiling about the shit, and didn't tell you go fold your clothes. Go fold your clothes now after you done broke, you know what I'm saying, the motherfucker's butt bone. What the hell? There's nothing behind her eyes. Look at that shit. There's nothing there. You can tell this woman is clearly sociopathic and clearly psychotic just from her face with this flat affect and nothing behind it. This is what you call a clinical textbook flat affect. No remorse. She probably still doesn't think that she did anything wrong.
December 1st at her home near Atlanta.
What she's charged with is a murder of a child that we believe happened in 88, 89.
Deputies say she tortured and killed a toddler.
Look at that creepy ass building. Creepy ass building. Look like Negan or the governor finna come out. Like, are you serious?
Named Eamon Harper.
That murder was the result of cruel punishment, withholding food, just overall deplorable conditions and maltreatment.
Young was charged with child abuse in 1992 after authorities say she burned a 12-year-old girl in a chemical bath.
What the heck? Man, how was this woman still out in the damn street doing all this extra ass shit? Burning motherfuckers with chemical gases, killing toddlers and 3-year-olds? Wow.
Get the demons out of her.
You need somebody. No, you know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. What is up with? Okay, there's an issue with black people talking about getting demons out of people because this is one of the reasons why I have an issue with black people practicing Christianity. You know what I'm saying? The Christianity is not native to you, and there is seemingly something wrong with people when they practice this religion, because the one man who decided to cut the woman's heart out down there in Oklahoma, he said that he was getting the demons out of her, so he cut her heart out. This crazy bitch done gave somebody a chemical bath, killed a 2-year-old, killed a 3-year-old, and said that she was getting the demons out of them. No, you motherfuckers are the ones that have the damn demons, or you motherfuckers are the demons. Y'all need to stop. Stop.
He said there was an 18-wheeler trailer over there, and he said they would keep us chained up in there for days, sometimes weeks, and we didn't see daylight or anything. They'd sometimes just come by and give us enough water to keep us alive.
Prayers and gates and privacy all seemed strange to Billy, but what always intrigued him was the big and blazing outdoor oven.
They got this oven going 24 hours a day. I'd stay up all night.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. If it's some cult activity and some damn fire burning, go the other direction. You never go to some creepy ass shit with a damn gate in front of it with a cult and a crazy mama dearest ass black grandmother. Probably some damn voodoo dolls up in that motherfucking house. She probably had a little setup like that Tales from the Hood plantation. You never pull up on some shit like that and go inside. You always go the opposite direction. Like, this shit should be common sense, but this is a public service announcement for people who don't understand. When you see some creepy ass shit like that, you do not enter the damn building. You go the other direction. Run.
On some nights, just watching the people go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. My instinct said they're putting bodies in there. They really are. They're putting people in there.
That dude is funny. This motherfucker said, my instinct said they're putting bodies in there. Oh my God, that is not funny, but that motherfucker was probably right. Can I ask people something? Now, let me ask you this. And I hate to bring race into this. Well, I mean, you can't help it. There's this one black, dusty, idiot man that decided to attack a police officer while he was high on meth and had meth paraphernalia. Then you have Mama Dearest over here slaughtering children for no apparent reason at a damn compound that looks like some prop off The Walking Dead. So now I've criticized the black people in the situation. Now I got to criticize the white people, because If white people be calling the police on black people just for walking their damn dog in Central Park. Now, if you thought they was putting bodies in this damn extra large bonfire, this extra large ass fire pit, ever dawned on you to actually call the police because now you actually see some black motherfuckers doing some suspect shit? Oh, baby, come over here. You see that? Them black people over there, they dragging bodies in that pit over there. Oh no, we ain't gonna call the police. We can go walk the dogs now. Elijah McClain walking to the gas station. Yeah, there's some black kid not doing shit. You go over there and take care of him.
We believe that body was disposed of in a fire. We believe there are numerous victims, not just one.
The sheriff's office began investigating about a year ago after a victim stepped forward, and Forgy said the victim has been followed by over a dozen more.
They have documented other...
When they said the victim has been followed, I was about to say, ooh, was it that lady that followed him?
Children and a couple of potential murders that have taken place that Mrs. Young has been involved in.
Anna Young is being held without bond at the Cobb County Jail in Georgia. She is awaiting her extradition back to Florida. Reporting outside Micanopy, Jocelyn Howard, CBS 4 News.
Wow. 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 Inside the House of Horrors, where investigators say at least one child died. Now, this is crazy because now they've confirmed that more children have died. Micanopy, Florida. 3 decades ago, Billy Mountain would wave hello to his neighbors at the house of prayer, but he was always skeptical of what went on behind the property gates. Today, investigators call it the House of Horrors. They kept those kids so well guarded, Mountain said, you rarely ever saw them, except when they would go into the front yard periodically to pray. They would all get on their knees and lean over like in a Muslim prayer, and they would say, Jesus, 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 Jesus. That was the only prayer that they knew. Yeah, that wasn't no damn prayer. That was them like hoping Jesus actually came and rescued their ass and got them out of there. That's what that was. So then I asked them one day, you're only saying Jesus? And they said, yeah, we have to keep repeating it. Man, I bet you that was some weird ass shit. I bet you it was like that motherfucker on Get Out. The dude that just used to be running like he was running into the end zone all the time. Them motherfuckers probably literally was just like, yes, and we have to keep repeating it. And then just walked away like nothing else, like no period at the end of the sentence. Yes, we have to just keep repeating it. And then just walked off. Creepy as ugh. At that moment, Mountain knew something wasn't right. Although they carried Bibles around, I said they're not practicing what they're preaching. What was it that they're preaching? It might be a good thing that they weren't practicing it. Mountain said, something is amiss here. Something is wrong. Something is really, really wrong. From next door, Mountain could see new members trickle in. How did the kids get there? Well, Mountain said that was a mystery, but new adult members seemed to consistently have the same story. The adults, I talked to a couple of guys that were in prison, Mountain said. They said that this house of prayer would help them get out of prison. They actually went in and lobbied for them and said they'd get them a job and be responsible for them. But once they were in, could they get out? I talked to one guy. He said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here, Mountain said. He looked like he was terrified and said, I've got to get out of here, but I can't because if I leave, I'll go back to jail. What exactly was so horrifying? We were down there as an agency to investigate the different child abuse cases, said Art Forgy of Alachua County Sheriff's Office. Mountain says anytime authorities showed up, the women and children would suddenly disappear. The women would take tons of clothing, put them in vans and station wagons, and they'd all drive 3 or 4 days before the police would just show up. How the hell did they know? How did they know? How did they know is the question. When the police arrived, Mountain said the men would guard the gate, lock it up, and demand a search warrant. They had the whole cult security lockdown plan. I knew a couple of the cops and said that it was one of the cleanest places we've ever searched. We couldn't find anything, Mountain said. Just about a year ago, Mountain said he met a man wandering the property where the House of Prayers once lived. Mountain said that the man told him this is where his sister was killed and that they were all abused. He said, now I'm grown up and I'm back, Mountain recalled, and he lifted his shirt and it was just shredded. He said, this is what they did to me. And he said it was mostly Anna. What she is being charged with is the murder of a child we believed happened in 1988 to 1989. Forgy said the murder was a result of a cruel punishment, withholding food, just overall deplorable conditions, and maltreatment. The sheriff's office started investigating a year ago after witnesses came forward. Soon, more than a dozen more followed, Forgy said. Those initial investigations and interviews led detectives to other states where she'd been at, Forgy said. They have documented other children and a couple of other murders that have taken place that Mrs. Young, our suspect, has been involved in. It's not the first time Young has been charged. In 1992, she was charged with child abuse after investigators say she burned a 12-year-old inside of a tub to try to rid her of demons. Oh my God. Wow. Mountain said that the man told him about some of the abuse. There was an 18-wheeler trailer over there, Mountain said. He said that they would keep us chained up in there for days, sometimes weeks. We wouldn't see daylight or anything. They would sometimes come by and give us enough water just to keep us alive. Prayers, gates, and privacy all seemed strange to Mountain, but what always intrigued him was the big blazing outdoor oven. That is insane. They have this oven going 24 hours a day, Mountain said. I'd stay up all night long, just some nights watching them go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. My instinct said they're putting bodies in there. They really are. They're putting people in there. And yet, white people have called the police on black people for simply walking to the gas station, and black people have ended up dead as a result. But in this situation, white people don't call the police on black people who clearly need the police called on their ass, and a bunch of kids end up dead. Wow. What a plot twist. We believed that body was disposed of in a fire and cremated on site, Forgy said. We believe that there are numerous victims, not just one. Anna Young is being held without bond at the Cobb County Jail in Georgia and is awaiting her extradition back to Florida. Wow. Wow. The House of Horrors. Sounds like something that you might see in the future on Netflix, because this is some crazy shit. So, with that being said, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please make sure that you do that at this time. Hit the bell twice. If you're at the end of the video, make sure that you hit the rectangle at the top so you can watch the next suggested content. And also, if you have not subscribed to all of the channels, hit all 3 buttons at the end of the video. All right? And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.